Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to tell you about a few Java programs. So, for the Java programs, I am using online compiler. It is online GDB, and you can use many other compilers like Eclipse and many other. So, I use online GDB for compilation. So, now I'm going to explain three good examples in Java programming. One is to calculate the time. Second one is it's in like an toll plaza. It's nothing but how many cars are passed, so whether the cars are paid or not. So that is the second program. And third program is calculating feet and inches. So first we'll go with our basic program, how to calculate time. So it's nothing but 60 seconds make a 1 minute. So 60 minutes make an 1 hour. So if 70 seconds is entered by a user, so 60 seconds will be calculated as 1 minute, and additional 10 seconds will take as seconds. So the minutes will be incremented by 1 and the seconds will be 10. If the minutes is 70 minutes, then 60 minutes will be taken as 1 hour, hours will be incremented into 1, and the minutes will be left as the remaining 10. So we'll go into the program. So as I said in my last video, this we need to import java.util. We are using scanner because we need to take the input from the user. So public class main. So as I'm using online GDB, this is an optional one. It's not an optional, it's a mandatory. So it's an compulsory. I have to use main for my class name. If you use Eclipse and many other, you can use another variables or names for your class name. So in Java program, class is compulsory. Without class we cannot compile or do any program. So we'll go into the code. So import java.util.scanner, public class main, public static void main, string arguments. So this is a mandatory line, as we use a main function in C programming and C++ programming. Here void main, public static void main is a main line. So here we are declaring int h1 m1 s1 h2 m2 s2 as my variables. I'm declaring here. So h1 is nothing but hours, m1 is nothing but minutes, s1 is nothing but seconds, h2 is nothing but second hours, second minutes, and second seconds. So time a is equals to new time. We are entering here, the value of time will be stored here. So next, scanner cs is equals to new scanner system dot in. We are taking an input from the user here. So yeah, just a second. Yeah. So we are taking an input from the user. So system dot out dot print time one and end line. This is nothing but new line. Enter hour. So time one hour we need to enter. So h1 will be stored here. The hour one will be stored here. In the similar way, minute one will be stored here and second one will be stored here. This is a printf statement. It is printing for the user. So this will be printed for him. So in the same case, next he will enter s1 equals to cs dot next int. So the second time he need to enter. So time 2 he need to enter here, h2 equal to cs next int. So the time 2 will be stored here, hours. In the same way, similarly, minutes and seconds will be stored here. So next we come to 25th line, s2 is equal to cs dot next. So the value will be stored here. Time b is equals to new time. This is nothing but, as I said in the previous line, this will store the values here. Time h1 m1 s1. In the same way, time c is equals to new time h2 m2 and s2. So time d is nothing but, time d is equals to new time. So d dot add time. So we need to add these times as c and d. So d dot display, we are displaying here. We are calling the function back. Just a second. Yeah, we are calling the function back here. So class time int hours, minutes, and int seconds. Time hours is equal to 0. We are declaring hours is equal to 0. The same way minutes equal to 0, second equal to 0. Yeah. Yeah, we are declaring hours is equal to 0, minutes equal to 0, seconds is equal to 0. So next we are taking a function time. Here itself we are initializing int h because it should be integer, it cannot be a float value. Time cannot be like 7.4 hours, so it should be an integer. So we are taking int h, int minutes and int seconds. So hours is equal to h. The value of h will be stored in hours because we are declared hours equal to 0 in the initial stage. So here the value of h will be stored in hours, and the same way minutes and seconds will be taken. It will be replaced. So public static void add time. So the time entered by the user, first time and second time, they both should be added. Like if my first time minutes is equals to 70 minutes and the second time minutes equal to 70 seconds, it's nothing but 7 to 14, 140 minutes has been completed. So we can take it round figure as 3 hours is nothing but 120 minutes. So the left out is 20 minutes, so that will be considered as minutes, and this 120 will consider as 3 hours. So in this way the minutes and the seconds and hours will be calculated and added. So as we come to our code, public static void add time. So we need to add both the times, time p and time q, both the times. So here are the conditions to continue the program. Seconds equals to p dot second plus q dot second. So first time plus second time we have to take as seconds. If seconds is greater than 59, because we cannot keep it as 60, because if we take 60 it cannot be increased to the minutes, so we are taking as 59. So second, if seconds is 59, because at 60 seconds it will consider as 1 minute. So 59, if seconds is greater than 59, it will consider as seconds minus equal to 60. So minutes will be incremented here. As I said, 60 more than 60 seconds, minutes will be incremented. So if we come to the minutes case, in the same way minutes, both the time minutes will be added. P minutes and Q minutes will be added. So if minutes is greater than 90, then minutes minus 60 and hours will be incremented. So hours plus both the hours will be added, and public static void, it will display the total time. System.out print the total time will be printed here, plus hours, plus minutes and plus second. So we'll run the code and check how the code is going to be run. Yeah, code is compiled here. So enter the first time. So I'll tell you clearly. So I will enter hours is 5 hours I will enter, and entering minutes I will enter as 70 minutes, because 60 minutes we consider as 1 hour. So 70 minutes I have entered. So 10 more minutes is more than that. So next I will enter exactly 60 seconds. So it's nothing but 1 minute should be added. So I need to enter second time. So I will enter same way 5 hours and 70, or we'll take it 80 minutes, and seconds will take as 50 seconds. So yeah, 50 seconds. Then yeah, you can see total time is equals to 11 hours 91 minutes 50 seconds is nothing but, we can calculate here 50 seconds plus 60 seconds is nothing but 110 seconds, right? So 110 seconds we can take as 90 seconds as 3 minutes. So 20 seconds is more. So 20 seconds, and the left out time will be left here. So 5 hours plus 5 hours, because these numbers, the hours 5 plus 5 hours, this 80 plus 60, it will increment as 1 hour extra. So that is 11 hours and 91 minutes and 50 seconds is left out here. So in this program we saw that how the time calculation is done. So we'll go to our second program, that is nothing but, we can take it as toll gate, nothing but toll plaza. This is a program what they use in real life. So these two line, as you know, these are the compulsory line, and public static void, this is also a compulsory line. So toll Toll booth object is equal to new toll booth. Character, because we are taking as character ES, we are declaring here a variable. So boolean, because it should be true or false, right? Whether they have paid or no, yes or no. So it should be a boolean, character equal to true or false. Here they need to enter whether they have paid or not. So scanner cs is equal to new scanner system dot in, while ch, so we have to check the condition, because whether they have paid or not, we have to check the condition, right? So while ch, nothing but character, the entered value will be stored here. System dot out print, enter 1 to pay, enter 2 to pass without paying, enter 3 to exit. So choose our choice. All this will be printed in the new line. So if we enter 1, they will take us paid. If we enter 2, it will take us not paid. Enter 3, it will take us directly exit the, and it will show the calculated value. So int data equal to cs dot next enter. If data is equals to 1, so if he enters 1, then it should do this condition. If condition, so it should do this condition. Object is paid car, system dot out print welcome, so they will be paid. Else if the value is 2, if he enters without, he don't want to pay but he want to pass out, so if he will enter 2, so then it will comes to else part. If data double is equals to 2, object dot non-paid car, so it will consider as non-paid car. So if he enters 3, he will directly exit from the toll gate, so he will get the calculated value. Here he will get the boolean value. So if data is equals to 3, display character is equals to false. Yeah, this is the code one, and we come here, class toll booth. So here we are calling the functions. So int car total, so how many cars has left, total. Boolean double value, it is an it is similarly like an int will give us 4 byte, but double will give us 8 byte for the storing values. So total underscore amount is nothing but total amount. So toll booth, so cars total is equals to 0, because we are initializing, we are declaring cars total is equals to 0, because in the beginning of the opening of the toll gate, it will be 0, right? Count will be 0, then slowly it will get incremented till the last. So cars total is equals to 0, total amount equal to 0, obviously, because no cars no amount. In the similar way, public static void paid car, so cars total plus plus, it will be incremented in cars total. So amount will be taken as how much amount he paid is nothing but 0.05. We can increase this. Normally if we take our toll plazas, it charges around I think 100 for up and down for a car, so we can increase this obviously. So public static void non-paid cars, so non-paid cars, here it will increment the value of non-paid cars. Public static void, it will display completely finally answer. So system dot out println number of cars passed plus equals to cars total, so the value incremented here completely will be printed here, and the total amount collected after the day, it will be printed here. So we'll run the code and check. Yeah, here is our code. We'll check it. Okay, first car we'll take it as paid car, and second car also paid car, third car also paid car, fourth car is not paid car, fifth car is paid car. So 4 we paid and 1 we did not paid. 4 paid, 2 did not pay, 5 paid, 6 paid, 7 paid, and 3 we did not pay. Okay, yeah, you can see total number of cards passed is 9, and the total amount collected is 3.5. How many cards are passed by paid? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each car has 0.50. So it is nothing but 6 into 0.5, 5 6 the 30, and this 0.5 is the last car which is paid one. So this, in this way the toll gate runs in our daily life. So we'll go to our third code, that is final code. It's to calculate feet and inches. These codes are little big than previous video codes, so not a problem, we'll go in. So these two are optional, it's in compulsory line, public static void, even this third line. So we are declaring here itself. In the previous video we declared individually we will take, I mean in the last video we have took individually values like int. For everything int is equals to int. So here we are taking in single line, int feet 1 feet 2 inch 1 inch 2. So scanner object is equals to new scanner system dot in. So here they need to enter the values. So from here printing statement will start. So he will print the value. First first feet he need to enter, so system dot out println, this value will be stored here. Second, first inch he need to enter, so first inch and first feet will be calculated. In this way second feet and second inch entered values will be stored in the corresponding places. So distance a is equals to new distance b is equals to, so for 4 are there, we are here, so we need to take it as 4. So distance b is equals to new distance feet 1 inch 1, distance e is equals to distance feet 2 inch 2, distance d is equals to new distance. So finally we need to add both of them. D dot add distance b comma c, so d dot display, so class distance inch we are declaring here feet inches, int divide and a reminder, because we need to get the reminder and division. So distance feet is equals to inch is equal to 0, so distance equal to int p and int q, both are different. So feet will take as p and inch will take as q as it is declared here. So public static void add distances, so both the distances should be added, v1 and v2 are the both the distances. So feet is equal to v1 dot feet plus v2 dot feet, inches is equal to v1 dot inch plus v2 dot inch if inches is greater than 12, because 12 inches is equals to 1 feet, right? So these are the variables. I mean you can take it as a b whatever we want, these are not the dividend and reminder, these are the variables. So we can take anything. So divide the value, I mean yeah exactly what I said in the beginning was the correct. So divide the value, so is equals to inches by 12, so feet equal to, because when this condition pass, this condition will be true, this need to be add value to the feet. So 12 inches is completely done, so 1 feet should be added, right? So in the same way remainder is equals to inches percentage 2, so here it will give the reminder. So we are calling the function here void display, we are displaying the value here. So system dot out dot println feet and inch we need to display finally. So we'll run the code. These are little big codes but good codes. Yeah, first feet we need to enter, so I want to enter 13, so I cannot enter 13 but I'll go with 7 or 6 feet and 12 inches and 5 feet and 13 inches, right? Okay, yeah, we can see 13.1 is our answer. Add both of them and see here 6 plus 5 is nothing but 11 and 12 inches equal to 1 feet, so here it will become 12 and 13 inches is equals to 1 feet point 1 inch, so it will add here 13.1 inches. So this is how we need to calculate feet and inches. So that's all in this video. 3 codes, one is hours calculation, next is toll gate, and third one is inches and feet. Thank you.